Hi and welcome back to my channel, Journal Eclectique. My name is Carole, and as you can see, this is my little journal from the challenge with the Sugarplum stories that was hosted by Wild Rose Bohemian and Petals and Parchment YouTube channels. So this is what you can expect to see me doing for the rest of the video. I did make the base with the packaging from Amazon, so this is the No.3. It's a lap book. It's a mini lap book actually, so it's very small. And I'm hoping you will enjoy how I was able to make this little book in the rest of the video. It will also be available at my coffee shop, so look in the description below this video to go see how much it will be. So I'm using the papers that was given as a freebie from Petals and Parchment. You will be able also to find their YouTube channels in the description box. So I'm using my water down glue. And for this particular project, make sure you work the book while the glue is drying, because otherwise if you wait for the paper to be dried, it will break the paper once you close the lap book. As per usual, this is how I wrap the paper around any project. So I'll always cut the corners and leave a little bit of paper straight at the corner so it will cover. And when you have cardboard like this, you have to leave a bit more. This was a freebie from Wild Rose Bohemian. It was the November challenge on our Facebook group. The backing is a freebie from Petals and Parchment. Very beautiful papers. And of course, this is how I'm doing my projects. So it's more like a process video, not really a tutorial. You can actually do these things very differently from me, and it will still be perfectly fine. This is the magic of junk journaling. You can do them as precise and by the book as you want, or you can actually wing them out, which I'm usually doing with a bit of technique. Now this library card actually fits perfectly for my mini lab book, and I'm using it as a template to make sure that my pages of my signature will be fitting in my mini lab book. So I'm separating the pages that I've just cut, which are basically two library card placed one beside each other. I had this piece of paper left from the signatures, and I'm going to make a matchbook notebook with it. So I'm making sure that the paper will fit in it. So it's very simple. You you fold a rectangle paper in three, so you can actually make the shape of a matchbook. And as my paper is a bit short, I will add some accent paper on it, which is fine because you get to embellish it the way you want. Then I will attach the papers at the base with staples. And later on in the video I will decorate it to make it a little bit prettier. So this is one of the petals and parchment freebies. When you participated in the challenge from the Facebook group, you went on their YouTube channels and you had freebies. And this was one of them. Very pretty papers again. A lot of ephemera, a lot of choices for decorating it the way you want. And you even add a template, as you can see next to the mini lab book, to actually decorate it and assemble it. This little project will be perfect to insert inside uh, the journal once it will be finished. And adding this little jewelry will make it sparkle. Now my signatures I will attach in this mini lab book with two elastics. So while my elastics are actually good to work with, I'm trying to use them, and this will be of course reinforced with eyelets, and they will be removable, so that is also a good thing. So if I let's say I want to write in my signature, then I can just take it out, write in it, draw in it, or maybe glue something in it, and it won't be bothered by everything else that's in the lab book. Now because the cardboard is a little thicker, I am pressing harder on the eyelet so it squishes perfectly well. And this is the way I'm putting the elastic, so it only shows at the both ends, and not the elastic won't be showing outside the lab book. Now my lab book is getting thicker by the moment. I'm going to put this as my topper. You probably didn't see me put the length of it either. Not the length, the attachments. So I did put two eyelets there, as you can see, to attach the cords, the ribbons. This is my vellum envelope from to basically hide the ribbon where I attached it. And as you probably saw kind of fast, I did add a lot of jewelry around the outside of the mini lab book. Now my signatures, I stayed relatively conservative with them. This little lab book is actually getting filled pretty fast. And at Michael's there were this vellum paper that already had the snowflakes on, and I actually bought a pad of it, and I decided it was going to be a great time to use it while it's still Christmas time. And I'm going to add one page in each signature. It's also with what I made the envelope you saw earlier. It's relatively thin, but it's sturdy enough to be working as an envelope. Of course, as long as you don't fill it to the brim and force it. Of course, I'm using the 3-stitch old sewing to attach the papers together of my signature. And this is the trick I found because my thread was a bit thick, and I wanted to use this butcher cord, I guess. And of course you have to make your holes a little bigger, as I learned here. But it worked out in the end. Now, this is a sample of the ephemera that I was able to accumulate from all the freebies. There was a lot, so you could actually choose as much things as you wanted. And I'm trying to sort out which ones I'm going to use where. Always put some things in the envelopes. So I'm going to make some decoration, but really parsley, because as you probably can see from the manipulation of the mini lab book, it's getting filled pretty fast. So I'm going to put some tuck spot and some decoration, but I'm going to keep it thin. Now I just realized that I had to trim the edge to make sure that it would fit properly. This one didn't need to. The velum page really adds a bit of luxury in there. I like it. Now this tool that has golden decoration is nice, but it's also very flaky. The gold decoration constantly wants to fall out. And if you're going to make a belly band like this, put a paper behind it. So I did end up putting a paper behind it, so it would be easier to put my page underneath the belly band. Because although I kept going like this, it didn't exactly work out nicely. So probably later on in the video you'll see that I've put a paper behind it. Now this is the paper I'm molding, not the paper, but the fabric I'm molding is actually drapes. So we call it plein jour in French. And they were all broken up and they're not dirty, but cut at the wrong place. So I put them in stripes like that, and I use them in the junk journals now. So here I'm putting some tabs in the journal, and you have to be careful because when you're working like that outside the lab book, you have to make sure that once the lab book is closed, that it's not going to interfere with the lab book. And as I realized, it was a bit too out, so I had to replace it to go more inside the page. So little details like that you have to think about. I really like the lady on top of that signature. It's always good to see it. So I'm adding words to the ephemera, to the signatures, because it's always fun to see it as it felt like something was missing from the top of the signatures. So those were also freebies. Everything I'm using in this video is were freebies from Wild Rose Bohemian and Petals and Parchment. And of course, what would be a project in junk journaling without some inking? So as you can see, my mini lap book became very bulky. I will be able to squish everything that I want in it. Probably gonna need my legs to squish it a little bit and tighten the ribbons around. So those were 3 projects that were from the video collaboration. And good thing that my ribbons are actually very sturdy, otherwise I would have a problem with closing it down. And the ephemera will go in a big envelope. So that particular envelope is one I actually found from Vectoria Design, and it's one you make with a letter size page, and you just close it down on. Well, yeah, you'll have to see the video because I can't exactly explain it this way, but this is in what my the rest of my ephemera will go. And I did use some not replaceable, but it's a double side tape, and it's actually removable, so you can open the letter and reclose it. But eventually I will put a velcro to close that envelope. I just didn't get the velcro yet from deliveries. So I'm really hoping that you enjoyed this project number 3. This is the presentation video that I will be posting separately too, and of course it's available in my coffee shop, the journal, and they're not very pricey considering that all the work that goes in them, simply because first I like to share what I do, and I actually want people to be able to experience what kind of thing this is. Junk journaling is very this will be fixed by the time I post this, but yeah, junk journaling is very special. You discover with your hands, you discover with your eyes, you see things that you thought couldn't be done before, and probably shouldn't be done, but still it's there, and it's wonderful. So I'm going to leave you with this presentation, and I hope you will visit my coffee shop and see what's there. Thank you. Bye. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my coffee shop.